Well, remember what we learned from our colleague, the Littlest Patriot. Sports in general craters ratings.
Yes.
And then when Kelly starts talking about sports, a deeper dive.
Even worse.
And then when you break down something as minute and as obscure as players from Northwestern and offensive tackles from North Dakota State.
Oh, but I want to so bad.
Yeah.
I know his nipples you can see him through 2 shirts.
Well, the problem is, like, some people, the NFL draft, big, giant sports night. It really is.
It is.
It is.
It's tonight.
The problem is, most people want to know
Sorry.
the top 5, but you're going to go you would go way, way in depth.
I can do the top 10
easily. You could and break down team needs.
It's the best draft of my life. It is the most intriguing draft of my life.
Now, let me ask you this. As a breakdown, I want to just see what he thinks. I've now heard too that after the first round, though, the board is very weak.
I think that's true. Tonight's the night.
Yeah, they said it's like the best top 10 ever.
I've got to stop doing this. Well, it's not just the best.
How disappointed will you be tomorrow morning at this time? Or does it matter what happens tonight?
It's a tough call. I don't know. It depends on what the Broncos do, my team. And they're in such an intriguing position. There are 4 teams that are... I'm breaking it down. See, I'm breaking it down now. I can't do this. I can't do this.
Well, you know what? Why don't you do it now? It's early. Why don't you go ahead and do it now, and then we won't do it in prime time.
No, because this is when the Littlest Patriot listens the hardest.
He does. And he told me in no
But
uncertain...
let's be honest. When have we ever listened to him?
But he told me in no uncertain terms, do not talk about sports. It will crater the ratings. Crater. And he said, especially if you go in depth on something as minute as the NFL draft. But
I argue it's not minute.
Oh, and it's in every fiber of my bones. I want to talk about it. I want to scream it from the rooftops.
What does that tell you about your life?
I'm doing
how obscure and minute is your life?
Completely. Plus, all I'm doing is investing everything I've got into all these athletic men that will never know my name. Who don't care anything.
Not, yeah.
Who millionaires.
No.
All you've done for a month is if-then scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so into it. I'm so into it.
If they do this, then we do that. If they do that, then we do this.
Oh, I've got a wave of pleasure wanting to talk about it.
And to make it worse, your team made a move yesterday. Your favorite team made a move.
I know.
So I'm sure you and your son were just like, oh my God, just couldn't wait to talk.
We were devastated by that move. I hate the move. Except it adds more intrigue. The move adds even more intrigue to it.
Well, see, I'm hearing that your team got the best deal.
The Broncos. They got by far. They got Teddy Bridgewater, the quarterback from the Panthers, for nothing.
Like they said, they were like for a 6th-round pick on a weak board and $3 million. Yeah. So everyone's going, great move by the Broncos.
No question, it's a great move by the Broncos. But my son and I want the Broncos to draft a quarterback.
They still might.
And they still might? Thank you. They still might draft a quarterback. I'm sorry. Now I'm too into it.
I'm letting him have his moment.
I'm too into it. I just read about a couple. This was on Reddit. Okay.
The sex part?
Yes. I'm on the sex part. And this is how I'll tie into this. They're 24 years old. They've been living together for like 2 years. One's 24, one's 26. And they've agreed not to have sex for as long as they can. But each can tempt the other. They have a bet. And the one who finally gives in and says, okay, I want to have sex, they lose the bet. So the girl she says she has like touched him. You cannot touch their genitals. Other than that, you can touch him. She's kissed him on the ear. She's rubbed his neck. She's walked in front of him naked. She's pleasured herself in front of him. All of these things. But he cannot overcome and actually have sex. That's how I feel talking about the draft. I can't get into it. I'm right on the edge of it, but I can't get into it. It's so frustrating.
This couple, I may regret this. What are the stakes?
It didn't say what they bet. It just said they have a bet.
Have they had sex before, though?
Oh, God, yeah. They've been living together. They've been living together. And they love it. But they just decided, just for fun, to see who could hold out longest. They've been going 10...
Oh, it's like your diet.
Exactly.
You and Biggie's diet bet. No one's really going to...
Nobody's really going to...
There's no losers, no payoff, no stakes.
I tell you, though, when I was reading about it, it sounded so hot to me. She has tried to tease him into it so many different ways and can't yet. They've been 10 days without sex, which is very rare for them. They usually just go... I mean, they're 24 years old. They're all over
10.
each other. Yeah, I know.
Nothing.
Let me tell you this. If I said to my wife, let's do a bet where we can't have sex, but we can tease each other. She'd say, perfect, and we'd never have sex again.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
I win.
This is the bet she's been waiting for.
Right. Then we'd go the rest of our lives, I'd be celibate. That would be it. These two, that's what it feels like to me, to be so tantalizingly close to the draft and have immense knowledge of the draft, but unable to share it with any of you because what does it do? Crater ratings.
Yes.
The ratings would go down. Too in-depth sports, can't get into it. I'll say just this. There are 4 teams and 4 spots on the top 10 of the draft board that are so intriguing. What will San Francisco do at number 3? Because they're going to draft a quarterback. We just don't know who. What will Atlanta do at number 4? And then 8 and 9, Panthers and Broncos. Because those are the 4 teams that are going to shape this draft. Oh, I've said too much.
Now, what time is
You
the-
have.
8 o'clock.
8
Eastern.
o'clock.
8 o'clock
It
Eastern.
is 8 o'clock. I thought it was 9. Okay, good.
Thank God.
I can stay up for some of it.
That's what you thank God for?
Well, right now it is.
Oh, my God. Despicable.
I'm staying up.
Thank God.
I'm staying up.
I'm
I've never heard this kind of passion around Easter, Christmas,
I'm going to stay up
birth
for the
of children,
top 10.
nothing. Are the kids healthy? I think. What time is the draft? 9? No, 8 Eastern.
Thank God.
How long do they get between picks?
10 minutes. It'll take an hour to get to the first 10. I mean,
Yeah.
at least. That's what it is.
Oh, at least an hour.
Probably 100,
more.
probably an hour and a half. You can see, you're a Panther fan. You'll see them in the first hour and a half.
That's when and then I'll probably head to bed.
I probably will stay up for the whole thing. That's what I usually do.
When does the food arrive, Kelly?
Well, that's another big discussion. What do we have? My son says, I want something manly. And my daughter says, let's go get a burrito. And my son says, not manly enough. He wants wings, pizza, burgers, something like that. So we haven't decided on the food yet.
I know a little place that's opening today near you.
Marcus
New
Pizza?
little, yeah, new
Is that
little
opening
market.
today?
Yeah, today's the day.
A grand opening.
Well.
Or is this a soft?
Is it
That's
soft?
soft.
Oh, perfect. And I know about it now.
Yeah.
A soft opening of Marco's Pizza. That's a possibility. Although my wife says we've had too much pizza lately.
Oh, you can never have too much pizza.
That's what I thought. We
I
got
will
it.
never get that mindset.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you respond with
Like I've told you about this. Sometimes my wife will come home late from work and she'll say, "Is there a pizza in the freezer?" And I'll
Yes.
say, "Of course." Or she'll say, "What do you want for dinner?" I say, "Well, there's a pizza in the freezer,"
Yes.
because there always is.
Yeah, us too.
I always make sure that there's one there. And she, "Well, we had it last Monday."
That's my wife. We ordered it Friday night. I told you I went over to Mama Gina's.
Yeah.
And we had it Friday night. So when my son said, let's have pizza, which is now Thursday, she's like, oh, we just had it on Friday. Oh,
It's a week.
it's 6 days.
Yeah.
Incidentally, I found a cauliflower crust pizza at Costco. All veggie with cauliflower crust. Terrific.
Well, don't eat that because that ain't manly.
Yeah, that's going to cost you points.
Yeah.
Tremendous
That is
crust.
not manly. Now,
Really good.
Let me say this. Why don't you play the same game your wife is playing? Not bring home some wine from the store and say, I think we've had too much wine lately.
Good. Yes.
You are playing with fire.
You just had it last night. You just had a bottle last night.
Last night,
We're doing something, man.
two
I'm
can play
laying
that
in.
game.
So the whole family is partaking of the manly feast?
Well, yeah, and they like burgers and any of that
Yeah.
they would eat. But my son and I, men, sitting, football.
Will you be eating all night?
Yes, we're going to.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you have to, on draft night, this is a sporting event.
Going
I
in.
think you have to eat something with your hands. You can't, this is not a spoon and fork
Yes.
meal.
Look to
This
Biggie.
is-
Look at him.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, you're so right.
Follow the Biggie model.
You're so right.
Well, I'm saying it's a sporting event. You can't eat.
It's fact sporting.
Yes. Yeah. You
Look.
need to grab 2 slices, throw some wings on a plate, and
Right.
eat.
Take a look at the average draft fan who will go out tonight in Cleveland wearing an ill-fitting jersey. That's me at heart. That's what
Yes,
I want
absolutely.
to be.
Yeah.
And that's what we'll be having. Wings or pizza or something
Will
like
you have any, maybe kick back a few brewskis?
that. Yeah, why not? Why not?
You know,
Oh,
maybe 2.
That's not your thing.
Well, I mean, different night. You just had 2.
Maybe I'll have some Diet Cokes. Maybe
Okay.
I'll just throw down as
That's
much,
what you'd rather have.
much Diet Coke as I want.
I
yeah.
have a feeling, I really believe this. I think you will come in here tomorrow not having slept.
It's possible. It depends on how it goes. Now, I'll tell you this. If the Broncos trade out of their pick at number 9 and go back to like number 20, which is certainly possible, that will be deflating.
Yeah.
We'll look at the screen and each other and go, oh, we're not getting a quarterback. We're being...
Pass the blue cheese.
Oh, they're going to run with Bridgewater.
Bridgewater.
They're going to use Bridgewater in the lock.
All right, can I get his jersey, Dad? Yes.
Bridgewater and Locke. I want a quarterback. I want one of these. I'm falling in love with quarterbacks. I mean,
These quarterbacks, they all look sexy right now.
They do. That's the thing about
they're
them.
Flawless now.
And there are 5 that are going in the top 10 picks, just a matter of who gets them.
Yeah.
And 2 years from now, we'll look back and go, well, he was a bust. He was a bust.
Because it's inevitable.
And it's happening, too, where it's just more and more hype around these guys.
I know.
And I'm like, I don't remember them. I mean, yes, 2 of them I heard a lot about in college. Mm-hmm. And that's obviously the number 1 pick.
Only 2, though. Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. Those were the 2 I heard about. Those were the names I knew before.
Yeah.
But now suddenly it's like the Alabama quarterbacks creeped up to 3, possibly. And I'm just like, I don't get that.
Watch it, Biggie.
I could say something about this. you know why they're talking about
You're
draft.
digging craters. The ground underneath us is getting very soft.
I'm just trying to
Mac Jones has crept to 3. Shut up.
I'm just trying to give my man a moment.
Please. God almighty.
He has crept to 3.
He has. He's right. He's right. He's right. No, he's right. But that
Mac Jones isn't San Francisco material.
Well, you know what I hear about that? You know why San Francisco wants him? Because the coach in San Francisco, Kyle Shanahan, who was with Atlanta, sees a lot of Matt Ryan in
Oh my God.
in Mac Jones and thinks Mac Jones can step in immediately and lead the team. And now I'm way into it. If they draft Mac Jones, look for them to trade Garoppolo, maybe to New England.
Yeah.
Because he'll be ready to start. If they draft someone like Trey Lance, there's a name you may not have heard, then he's got a lot of upside, but he is not ready just yet. So look for him to keep Garoppolo for a year for tutelage. Oh, man. I should be saying this with Dave here so we could get inane questions.
Yes.
We really need Dave for this so he could ask some terrible
Are
questions.
the Rams still in St. Louis?
Playing the part of Dave Aiken will be Chris Demm.
Where's Johnny Unitas going? Huh?
You're right. You're right. That's what we need for this. I can't say
Who
anymore
does
about
Pete Rozelle hug first?
Rozelle. He died 30 years ago. He died? Really?
Yeah.
So that's okay. I'll have to leave it at that.
Okay.
I'll have to leave it at
Well,
that.
there's your draft coverage.
Oh my God, I'm spent. But I want to say so much more. I do. I want to say so much. I could break down every team for the top 10.
Why don't you guys start the show 15 minutes early tomorrow? Just the 2 of you and break it down.
That's what we should do. Without turning on the microphones.
Yes. Yes.
We have to fake
I'll remain
it.
in the office.
Yeah.
You guys do your thing.
Okay.
Well, I figure we'll keep our group text going tonight. Chris Demm won't be a part of it. He'll be in bed, but
Think Dave will be a part of it?
I don't care. I'm just leave it all in the group. I think it'll be fun to read tomorrow. Wow.
Bombshell.
Didn't see that coming.
Mac Jones crept to 3.
He's creeping.
He's not a 3.
He's
I'm sorry.
Well, that's what they say. They say he's not a 3. But in that offense, maybe. In a Kyle Shanahan offense. I don't know. I'm with you on that. I just don't know. You know who Chris Demm does know in this draft? And he's the receiver from Alabama, Devontae Smith. And you remember how phenomenal he was?
Yeah.
Yes.
But he only weighs 165 pounds.
He weighs less than I do.
That's right.
Yeah.
And he's about the same height as me, right?
Yes.
Or is he 5 feet something?
He's small. I think he's about your
Is he
height.
about 6 feet?
Yeah, 6 feet, and I think they list him 6'1", but that's been challenged. And he's they say he's 165 soaking wet. And so now the question is, he's remarkable talent, but can he stand up to the
As
hit?
fast as lightning.
Yes, but can he stand up to the hits? I'm pegging him. I like him too.
I would take him.
Wow. They take him.
I like him. I think and his attitude is, yeah, I'm small, but so what? Let's go. I like it.
I do too.
I like his demeanor. I like everything about him.
You and I are so. It's like your attitude. Every day you come in and say, "Yeah, I'm big, so what? Let's go. Let's go." I love that about you.
I can play this game.
I love that about you. You can play it at the highest level.
That's right.
You're not.
I won't.
But you could.
It'll take more people to carry you off the field. A lot more.
We know when Chris Demm and I drafted you, we said, well, he's got some real talent, but look at him. He's physically.
I don't know about his upside.
I don't know.
We'll use him during his best years.
Then we'll get rid of him.
Trade him late.
Before we have to pay him anything.
Before we get a big contract.
We'll get rid of him. He's creeping up. He's creeping up draft boards, and that's what happened. I'd take him too. I've got him pegged for Miami at 6. That's where I'm seeing him going. But I've talked too much about the NFL draft.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I got in serious trouble talking about vaccinations. And today I'm getting in serious trouble talking about the NFL draft. That vaccine conversation, in some markets, this show airs again at night. So again, last night,
Second wave of emails.
I always forget that.
Me too.
And then, like, roughly, it'll be around 6:30, 7 o'clock. My email will just ding, ding. And I'm like, what is going on? It's because I forget.
I know.
That in some areas, this plays again.
And the second wave of emails was like, you're an idiot. You don't get the vaccine. A lot of that, 50-50 on it.
It was very, I'm going to say this. The emails were just like this country. 50%.
Yeah.
50-50, on the vaccine, and one after the other. You're an idiot. You're a sheep.
Yep.
The next, no, you don't understand the science. This is a proven vaccine that's been in development for 30 years.
Total split.
Right
down the middle. And I read them, and now usually, most times I will just try to go, well, maybe you've got some points there, but I am in total agreement with getting this vaccine, which I said yesterday. And I mean, a lot of people are very much against that. I didn't really realize to the level of what it was until we talked about it yesterday. So I wasn't even planning on talking about it. It was just hot topic stuff. And all that was hot topic. And yesterday I went 0 for 5 on hot topics. I wasn't going to talk about any of them. Got to the vaccine, and that's all we talked about. I mean, that was an hour-long conversation. That may have been worse than my breaking down of the draft, if even possible.
But we did get Turtle out of the vaccine conversation. A new, perhaps legendary caller.
True.
Poll question.
Yeah.
Would you rather hear Chris Kelly talk about the draft or the vaccine? Ooh, I'm putting that on Facebook.
Put that on Facebook. I want that updated.
Take it to the socials.
Give me an update.
Would you rather hear for an hour?
One guy said, I got an email saying, I would rather hear you talk about your itching bunghole for 30 hours straight than for you to ever mention a vaccine ever again. That's what I was getting. So, yeah, go on. Would you rather hear me break down the draft or give you my position on vaccinating against COVID-19? Today, for the second day in a row, 0 for 5 on the Hot 5.
Oh, man.
Not one.
You're telling me the NFL draft did not make the Hot 5?
It did not. I was surprised.
What does that tell you?
It tells me a lot. That's a niche thing that you and I are into. I'm glad you're into it, though, Biggie. At least I have you on my side on the NFL draft. No, the first thing was, these are the Hot 5 topics of the day. Netflix has launched a new feature called Play Something, which picks a TV show or movie based on the algorithms of your past and what you've selected in the past. It's for those people who just can't find anything as they scroll through.
Just play something.
God. It literally says play something.
We're getting closer to the Wall-E model of
we
America.
really are.
We can't even pick it with our thumb from our couch anymore.
Just pick something.
I can't make the decision.
I do that. I scroll through Netflix nonstop.
I read
a lot of times, and I'm just like, I don't know any of this.
I know.
Do you guys, aren't you, can you fine tune your algorithm by thumbs upping and downing or reviewing shows?
Yeah, I will. I'll thumbs up or thumbs down something.
Like after you watch something, I like this type of thing, or
that's how this would pick.
In the past, I have found that Netflix will recommend something, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, that is something I might like.
Well, this even takes that to another level. But, I read that the average person goes through Netflix for 18 minutes before they figure out what they're going to watch.
Absolutely.
Really? I never do that. I always know I'm going there to watch Stranger Things or Friends, and then I watch it. I go to it and watch it. But a lot of people...
Like when we come home, when Beth comes home Friday night, bottle of red wine is open. She's had a long week. She's like, find me something. And, of course, the priorities are always narrow. Can't be violent. Can't be dark. So it's got to be a lighthearted comedy.
Movie?
Movie.
Yes.
And so, I mean, it's challenging.
That is a challenge.
So we scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll.
I think that's why I watch so many old shows. I'm never ready to try something
There are
new.
plenty of good movies out there, and I was like, well, she wouldn't like this. She wouldn't like that.
See, my thing is, I love when I'm into something. Like right now, I'm very into 2 separate shows. So when I get home, I know what I'm watching. It's the days where I have nothing that I feel lost.
I have to insist you watch Succession.
Well, that's going to be my next. I'm going to move to...
You're going to like
I'm finishing up to... Well, Handmaid's Tale just came back.
Let me tell you
something. That's must watch.
I heard that Handmaid's Tale this season is better than it's been before.
Who said that?
The star of Handmaid's Tale.
Because she's doing press everywhere, right?
Yes, Sarah. Yes.
I'm 2.5 in.
Yeah.
They dropped 3. I had to stop halfway through the 3rd, but right on par.
Right.
I know Biggie has joined Dave and Chris Kelly in watching The Crown, making him the 3rd Queenie on the program.
Yes.
What shall I call you, handmaiders? Handies or maidies?
Oh, I like handies.
Me too. We're handies. We're handies and queenies.
Who doesn't love a good handy?
We're handies and queenies. I love it.
Who we are.
That's exactly what you should call us.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay, just for future reference.
Let me tell you, I was ready to start Handmaid's Tale, and then the Broncos traded for Teddy Bridgewater. I had to go in the war room.
Yeah.